Tala. Olema mautu bemulene. Olema mautu bemulene. Penelinde sitaulomo. Ile senere farani so oyela tau.
Needs a logical reason to reveal the secret. Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is, as you'll figure it out eventually.
No, so say you.
Plastic scrap like that over there could be useful. This story is as powerful as you'll let it be. They've been waiting for you. Taking control of this fort will bring peace between your tribes. The scouts have reported activity nearby that's worth looking into before you enter the fort. The plan is to fling you over the wall with a sling lobber. However, he wants you to secure a hard hat first, should anything go wrong. Explains that it's a type of catapult that uses a long arm to propel a projectile, or in your case, a gutsy, hard-hatted head. Blow. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. The gooing of the water. You need to get the keys in sequence. Just a few moves left. Make them count. So, the technology from yesterday's is still here today, even if its message is getting old. Finding things both here and there. Hey, nice shot. Wow. There's some bouncy rubber scrap over there. It's awful bright out today. Let's see. It's time to set the rival tribe free. Clarifies that That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. So much damage. Bruised. Knuckle pie. The battering bonker looks like a great way to get through the gate. Bet you just need to knock and it'll open up. That's bonkers. The Netra tribe values liberty and is striving to protect freedom. They want to continue with each tribe being responsible for their own and believe that uniting the tribes is the only way you can survive. He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He sees strength in you like no one else, but if fight is all you do, he can't stand by you. He recognizes the strength of a good argument and agrees it's for the best. He'll give up the fort to you. The rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. He'll leave it up to you to decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but suggests you be merciful. Do good, and good will follow you. Thinks it's a good gesture to offer support to others when you can see that they need it. And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Side by side they'll stand until order and stability is reinstituted. He's gotten news that the other tribes have realized there are no winners in this war. There's no purpose in antagonism. The way he sees it is that you've been forced into opposition. Your tribe didn't start the war, but it's fallen to you to end it. It's clear your efforts have been successful. There's light at the end of the tunnel. The tribes are tired of war and will remember the one who brought them peace, whether you decide it'll be now or later. So, do you want to end the war now or continue the crusade? That's not the answer he expected. You've reached your goal and had a choice to end the war without any more casualties. But he accepts your choice. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. It's the Netra claw chain. So much easier to see all the colors during the day. Says back in the old times, sludge just piped into your house. Now you must wait for a truck to bring your sludge to you, and theirs is late. They're desperate for their sludge. Could you figure out what happened to the sludge truck? Guess his bandits broke down or just busted out of sludge. No way to know till you find it. Says the sludge truck usually comes from that direction. Just go find the truck and figure out what happened to it. Otherwise, they're going to run out of sludge fast. Seems choked up about it, but it might just be the air crud around here. That worked out. Just hold on tight.
Jinga no hau, jinga no hau.
That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. Nice. Some barked wood scrap for you. When a story comes to you, pay attention. Gotta hurt. Pow! Watch it. It's hot. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. You found Camp Mosserk. Look for the bandits. Lava marked. Down to half your health. Hack and slash. Get out of here. One at half his health. Right in the face. Burnt all. Your destiny waits on the path you'll take to avoid it. Let's see what you can find. What a bonus! That's hard to come by. This one seems to be in...
Intabadam faruzudu botse kuntu fukakwana.
There's a serenity about this spot. It's a... looks valuable. You need to show your mount who's boss. There's a serenity about this spot. That's a good find. Growl it into a higher gear. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent gnotes as prey. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature. Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can. So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too. They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow. The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. Let's see. It's just one peak after another. You found the Majut Meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Wow, wow, wow. Better to be on top of a mount than standing behind it.
Jollekin är ma na mamma. Jollekin kulma med bellypy.
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned. She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least it was the mere sound of the hoof puff that started it. She's never seen it so upset. It just ran away before. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those Gnotes. Once the power ran out, it made sense to ride Gnotes. And that tradition... Powered types of transportation polluted the world, but didn't poop in the street. Obviously, they didn't have their priorities right in those days. Watch your... Nothing like a story with an unexpected... Found it! Even under all the muck in the Gnote pen. Hard to believe the Gnotes didn't trample it. They seem faster than you, and don't forget that when you ride them, they do all the work to keep you moving. You should keep moving. Can't let those Gnotes blaze the trails for you. Might want to look for shelter from the rain.
Joj taraji, rötfruta, uppmözna.
A good deal all around. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Ah, some wood scrap. Always happy to find that. What you do here matters. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Taking something off your mind. Glad you covered that up. Up for grabs. It's beyond late. Don't look down. That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. You need to flick the switches in order to process power through the panel. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That clicked. You need to switch up the flick pattern. You need to flick the switches in order to process power through the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. Don't trip over what you can't see. Yuck! Biohazard. Sickening. That's not too bad. That's interesting. Got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good. Looking better. The night's your chance to be sneaky. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away. Seems to her they'd preferred the Mechamajuts over the living counterparts in the old world. Maybe the Gnotes were near extinct.